The purpose of the Budgetsimple profile is to provide data in a clear and concise manner, enabling the participant to better understand the financial situation and to efficiently facilitate a productive conversation around their priorities and goals. It also provides a seamless way to provide ongoing educational resources and to support them throughout their time in the program. Having a solid understanding of how to navigate this tool will be key to providing the guidance required during the meeting. Take time to understand where to find things and contact your mentor team for support. We will begin with the mentor view. This is your default view when logging into Budgetsimple. When you log into Budgetsimple, it will land you on your dashboard. This will show your list of active participants. You will be able to toggle between your profile and the list of participants with the two top or left side menu tabs. You will also find a little bell-shaped icon in the upper right corner, which notifies you when you have received a message from a participant. More on that later. Let's start with your profile in the tab called My Mentor Profile. This section will come pre-populated with the information you provided during onboarding. Please review it for accuracy. If there's something that needs to be corrected, please remember to also make the correction in your profile in the volunteer portal, as this data does not sync between the two platforms. Now, let's go back to the participant list and learn how to explore a household. Once you've located the household you wish to explore, click on the three dots to the right of the name line. It gives you the option to view profile or log into user app. The profile is where you will view basic information, financial priorities, and internal notes. You will find your Notes tab in this view. These notes are for internal use only and are not accessible to the participants. You will create notes after every meeting, which you will learn about a little later. However, throughout the review of their profile, you're encouraged to take down notes on items you want to connect with them on to build rapport or further clarify. You are also afforded the opportunity to message your households directly through the Budgetsimple platform in the Messages tab. While this is not a replacement for more lengthy communication that is best supported through your third decade email, it can be a convenient way for participants to ask clarifying questions, or for you to make a quick ask of them. For example, in completing the budget exercise, participants are asked to upload documents associated with their accounts, or helpful items like pay stubs and employer benefits packages. These documents give you detailed information, such as the interest rate on savings accounts or specific investment instructions. These documents will be found in files. Not all accounts will have uploaded documents associated with them. In the rare case you find that having a document in advance of the meeting is required to conduct the meeting, it's acceptable to use the messaging feature to request that the participant upload the document. However, the preferred method that better supports the participant's education around the document in question is to discuss the details during the meeting or have the participants screen share the document for review together. When they know what questions you're asking about the document and why, it helps them to ask similar questions of accounts in the future. The Resources section will allow you to assign valuable continuing education from our resource library. A lot is reviewed and learned at the meetings. To help the participants explore and absorb the information needed to become financially capable, we provide resources for self-paced review. Now, let's review Budgetsimple from the Households view. This is the view you use during the meeting. If in the profile, click the back arrow near the top left by the user's name. Then you can click the same three dots and move to the Login to User App option. This gives you a real-time view of their situation. Both you and the participant have the ability to edit this view. You will not edit any of the data prior to the meeting. Simply take a note on the things you have questions about or that warrant potential change. It's important to make changes together after clarification and direction have been given by participants. The different tabs within the household's profile work together to create a detailed picture of the household's financial situation. We will review them left to right. You will want to start with the Financial Wellness tab. This is where you'll get to know your participant before the discovery meeting. They complete the Relationship with Money section in advance, so you can gain a clear understanding of habits, attitudes, behaviors, and relationships with money at this point in life. Each one of the questions is meant to gather important information. This section is helpful during the rapport building phase of the meeting. If you see something that you both have in common, maybe you want to point it out, like perhaps you both like playing pickleball, or maybe you're interested in the unique job title they hold. In the Estate Planning tab, you'll gather information about insurance policies and coverage, and whether or not it requires additional information during the meeting. Perhaps you notice that auto insurance coverage amounts seem low. Note this to address with the participant. Similarly, basic components of estate planning, such as beneficiary designations and healthcare directive documents in place. Next is the Net Worth tab. Here you'll have the first glimpse of participants' financial situation and note items that would be discussed during the meeting. Next up are the My Budget and My Debts tabs. The participant's profile will automatically land on the My Budget dashboard. Glancing through the dashboard can help give you a general sense of whether their cash flow is regularly positive or negative, and in which areas they most frequently spend. You can look through each month by using the drop-down menu. Participants have been asked to record their income and expenses for the past 12 months. The accuracy of the budget takes into account several factors like familiarity with expenses, existing budgeting method, and psychological comfort level. Part of your role will be to review the data entered here for accuracy and adjustment, projecting for the next 12 months. This helps determine their capacity for meeting their savings goals. We find that the idea of budgeting is easily understood, but the action of getting started with budgeting is difficult. As a spending plan is a living and evolving document, they will be able to revisit and adjust the month's spending in real time going forward, based on the spending plan you have helped them to develop. You will navigate the income and expenses through the left-hand menu. The My Budget tab allows you to toggle between similar views, Budget Tracker and Spend Tracker. The Budget Tracker gives you an overview of the cash flow, gives quick insight into how much has been spent during the month, and reports on the expenses by group to see where money is most commonly spent. The top 5 list by groups, which hold the major budgeting areas, by categories, which breaks it down into items within the groups, and by activities, which breaks it down into individual spending transactions. The granular level to which the participant will want to speak to their finances and where you'll find your conversations most impactful will depend on the participant's experience and comfort levels with their spending plan. Someone who had a successful budgeting method prior to joining the program may not find value in drilling down on the activities unless they are seeking support around areas to reduce, eliminate, or approach differently. If spending plan development is not required, you'll explain that in your notes, detailing the system that works for them. The majority of participants will be new to budgeting or less confident with it, as this is often the first time they've recorded and viewed their income and all of their expenses. For this group, we want to review the Income and Expenses tabs from the left-hand menu. The Income tab has 3 views: Income Category, Income Source, and Deposits. The income category groups the income into basic categories like wages and salary, self-employment, tax refund, etc. The income source details the type of income. For example, a bonus from work and the monthly income received are counted as the same income category, wages and salary. And finally, deposits are itemized each time income is received. For example, their paycheck may be recorded on the 1st and the 15th. However, if you notice they record their paychecks every 2 weeks, that means they'll have 2 extra paychecks a year. This opens a conversation around what could be done with the 3rd paycheck if the regular expenses are covered by 2 paychecks. How they choose to itemize their income will lend to what is most logical for them. If you do not understand their method, make a note to clarify with them during the meeting. The only right way of recording income is the way that works for them. The Expenses tab is broken out in similar fashion to the Income tab: budget categories, budget line items, and actual expenses. Budget categories are the overall budget groups that pertain to the participant's situation. The budget line items combine the actual expenses into similar items, and the actual expenses detail the spending activity. For example, A budget category is automotive expenses. Budget line items within automotive expenses would include gas, car insurance, repairs, etc. And actual expenses would list each time they filled their tank with gas or paid their insurance premium or changed their oil. A budget category and budget line item also includes savings and retirement contributions. We will find the total amount in savings in the net worth tab. A final item we will show you are the built-in calculators under the left menu bar titled Tools. The calculators can be used during the meeting to demonstrate the topic at hand. They can also be assigned after the meeting as a resource for the participant to explore. When assigned as a resource, there is a short educational component on how to use the calculator. The retirement tool will be covered in a later module.